Why does talking to a camera feel scarier than talking to a human being? It's strange, isn't it? You could be the most talkative person in real life. You could be great at holding conversations or even public speaking. But the moment it's just you and the camera, it feels like the hardest thing in the world. Talking to a camera isn't something most of us are naturally comfortable with. It's not a lack of talent, a personality flaw, or something you are born with. It's simply a skill, and like every other skill, it can be learned, practiced, and refined. But why does this fear exist in the first place? The answer is simple. It's how we are wired. Human beings are social creatures. We are built to communicate with other people, real people. We rely on facial expressions, vocal feedback, and body language. That's how we know if someone is listening, if they are interested, and if we are being understood. A camera doesn't give you any of that. And when you speak to it, your brain notices the missing feedback. It senses a disconnect. It doesn't know how to process the lack of response, so it fills in the blanks, and it usually fills them with fear. Fear of being judged, fear of not being good enough, fear of saying the wrong things. Feeling fearful or nervous on camera doesn't mean you are not meant for it. It just means you haven't trained for it yet. So here are a few ways that will help you fix your fear of talking on camera. And keep in mind that progress is more important than perfection. You don't have to crush it on day 1 or day 10. You just have to keep practicing. Do not start with the mindset of making a great video. Start with just making a video. When you record without any intention of uploading, you create a low-stakes environment where experimentation becomes possible. Turn on your camera and just talk about your day or any random topic. Do it for just 5 minutes, but do it every day for a week or 2. This will build your muscle memory, and soon you'll realize that talking to a camera isn't that difficult. Talking to a mirror helps you train your brain to feel comfortable with your own presence. A lot of camera fear comes from a lack of self-awareness. We are not used to seeing our facial expressions, our hand gestures, or hearing our own voice. But when you make it a daily practice to speak freely to your reflection for even 2 minutes a day, you start normalizing those things, and repeating it often will reduce both your fear and discomfort. Full word-by-word scripts often make you sound robotic. It feels like you are reading instead of speaking. So just write 3 to 5 bullet points and use them as a guide to deliver your message. When you speak from a rough outline, your delivery becomes way more natural. You know your main points, but how you say them can be flexible. A huge mindset shift happens when you realize that your first take is just a warm-up, and that's why you should approach your every video like a gym workout. The first few reps are just for loosening up. If you fumble a line, say it again and again and again. Each repetition makes it smoother and your brain starts to relax. Recording multiple takes without shaming yourself builds mental resilience. It teaches you that errors are part of the process. When you talk to the camera, the biggest challenge is that it feels like no one is there. It's just you and the camera. But the fix is pretty simple. Picture a specific person, one viewer. It could be a friend, a family member, or someone you are comfortable talking with. Then speak to the camera like you are speaking to them. Use the same tone, the same pauses, the same expressions. This trick makes your voice warmer, your words flow better. You stop projecting like you are on a stage and start connecting like you are in a conversation. And viewers can feel that shift instantly. They don't feel like part of an audience. They feel like you are talking directly to them. The urge to delete every take that isn't perfect is strong. You mess up a word, you make an awkward face, and suddenly it feels like the whole recording is ruined. But instead of hitting delete, take a moment to watch them without judgment. Watch them like a coach, not to tear yourself down, but to understand how to improve. Look for patterns. Are you talking too fast, using filler words, or tensing your shoulders? These are tiny habits that become clear only when you observe them. The goal is not to find mistakes, it's to build awareness. And the more you learn to study yourself, the faster your on-camera confidence grows. Confidence grows from evidence. You won't wake up one day and suddenly feel comfortable on camera, but if you consistently record, reflect, and refine, you will get better. So make it a habit to go back and watch your older recordings. Compare them to your recent ones. Look for improvements in your delivery, your posture, your flow, and your energy. It's easy to feel stuck when you are caught up in day-to-day recording, but zooming out and seeing how far you have come can be incredibly motivating. The fastest way to remove fear from anything is to make it familiar. If you only record once in a while, every session will feel like a big deal. But if you make recording a regular part of your week, it stops being a scary thing and starts being a normal thing. When something becomes part of your routine, it loses its power to intimidate you. Let's be honest, some of the fear isn't about the camera, it's about what happens after the video goes live. What will people think? Will they like it? What if it flops? This kind of thinking paralyzes creativity. So don't tie your word to the outcome. Your value as a creator doesn't depend on views, likes, or comments. What matters is that you showed up, that you hit record, that you spoke. That's the real win. If you have been putting off making videos, if you have been hiding behind drafts and deleted clips, maybe this is your sign to just start. Because once you push past that fear, you'll find something incredibly motivating on the other side. Your voice, your message, and your presence. And that deserves to be seen and heard. If you found this video valuable, then do hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe as well. It really helps me keep going. Also, do take a look at this video where I'll share 9 brutally honest truths for content creators who feel like quitting, and it might be exactly what you need to hear next.